Right now, firefighters, though, are battling the Galena wildfire near Fort Collins. This fire signals the start of the wildfire season and was fueled by extremely high winds yesterday. So far, anywhere from 750 to 1,000 acres have burned.
Here's a map of the area affected. You can see Fort Collins and Horsetooth Reservoir. More than 50 homes are under evacuation orders this morning. Roadblocks are up, leading to areas on the west side of the water. The evacuation center is at Cash Laputer Middle School and is staffed right now by the Red Cross.
Anastasia Bolton joins us live from the fire area. Good morning, Anastasia.
Good morning, guys. I'm just going to step out of the way right away so you can see what we're talking about here, what we're seeing in front of us. So if Brian Willie, my partner this morning, pans to our right, you can start seeing in the far distance the homes that the firefighters may be talking about, because you can see that area of black charred earth. That is how close the fire came up to those homes yesterday. So obviously a lot of nervous people in that development, because that is just too close for comfort. And as we pan to the left, you could see how the fire spread into the mountains here. And as you were mentioning, the acreage, 750 to 1,000 acres. We'll probably know more this morning. There's going to be a press conference at 9 o'clock that we're going to bring you live on 9news.com. But as you could see, no great flameage today. If we take you to yesterday, you can see lots of flames out here in Fort Collins as the firefighters were trying to put this fire down. We understand that the weather may have helped them overnight. Right now I'm feeling no wind and the conditions are pretty chilly, which is always an indication of a positive weather turn for firefighters. And we got to remind you that this is nothing extraordinary. Brian and I were just talking about last year, and we remembered that the lower North Fork fire in Jefferson County started around spring break at the end of March last year, which was the first big fire of that season. So starting in March is not unusual, but certainly worrisome for people who live around here who had a huge fire in this area just last year. Corey?
And to see you there, Anastasia, standing at Horsetooth, the same vantage point we had during High Park, it's a deja vu, and not in a good way.
We were driving up here, with Brian, I'm like, haven't you and I done this recently? And he's like, yeah, that was actually last year. So, definitely looking forward to the 9 o'clock news conference here from the fire folks to hear. Maybe people would be allowed home. I don't know yet, but as soon as we do, we will let you know.
Okay.
Anastasia, thank you so much. Yeah, March is actually now, over the last few years at least, typically the start of fire season. And, it's just because we've been so dry. But the good news here, several things playing in the firefighters' favor. You've got the cooler temperatures, you've got the higher humidity, less winds, which is great.